If you're feeling stuck and like you've hit a plateau in your business, well, you might be making some of the exact same mistakes that I know that I was. I struggled for years micromanaging my staff, constantly throwing new ideas at my team to implement, and ultimately feeling frustrated, suffocated, and bored by the obligations of running my business. I was not willing to see that my business didn't need another manager, it needed a leader.
Hey there, and welcome to the Bringing Business to Retail podcast. If you're looking to get more sales, more customers, master your marketing, and ultimately take control of your retail or e-commerce business, then you're in the right place. I'm Selena Knight, a retail growth strategist and multi-award-winning store owner whose superpower is uncovering exactly what your business requires to move to the next level. I'll provide you with the strategies, the tools, and the insight you need to scale your store. All you need to do is take action. Ready to get started?
We have a problem. Right now, you have too much on your plate. Too many things, too many ideas, too many projects. And it means that you're working too much and not making the money that you should be. The good news is we can fix that. Today, I'll be sharing with you the uncensored video that shocks every person that works with me, and for some, changes the way they run their entire business. I'll be pulling back the curtain and letting you watch over my shoulder as I take you behind the scenes in my own business and sharing a real live team meeting with you. First though, I have to share a hard truth. Now, more than ever, the economy is changing. Customer expectations are increasing and your business is constantly evolving. If you're not willing to really look at your business and then take action to change, you're going to stay frustrated. If you're not at the top of your game, being the leader that your business needs, then that's when growth stalls and your business starts to fray at the edges. Then one day you turn around and you feel like your team have dropped the ball. You're constantly having to double check that what you've asked has actually been done, and you feel like everybody wants a piece of you. And when this happens, it can be easy to jump back into that familiarity of doing things yourself. Can you remember when you first started out in your business? You'd work all those late nights and weekends, and through sheer hard work and dogged determination, gradually, bit by bit, your business grew. You hired more people, your marketing budget got bigger, and your product range increased. But back in the beginning, you had to do all of the things because if you're like most retailers I meet, you probably had a very limited budget. Am I right? But you didn't get to this point in your business working solo, did you? If you're feeling stuck and like you've hit a plateau in your business, well, you might be making some of the exact same mistakes that I know that I was. I struggled for years micromanaging my staff, constantly throwing new ideas at my team to implement, and ultimately feeling frustrated, suffocated, and bored by the obligations of running my business. I was not willing to see that my business didn't need another manager. It needed a leader, someone to step up and take control. And when I finally made that shift, our profitability went up, our marketing campaigns became more successful, and my business expanded. But most importantly, I felt a renewed passion for my business and the enthusiasm was back there. So right now, you have a choice. You can continue to do what you've always been doing, hoping that that stuck feeling just goes away, or you can choose the easier way to accept that in order to move forward, you have to release those low-value tasks that are filling up your day and keeping you busy. Now that you've been in business a few years and you're a retail or e-commerce veteran, when you think about it, learning how to create an e-commerce site, finding suppliers and manufacturers and hiring staff and understanding social media and dealing with crappy customers and shoddy technology, that was the hard part. Realistically, the hardest part of business is that startup phase. Now, sure, as you grow, you have new problems, but fast forward to where you are now, and I'm guessing that you're doing okay. You've found your groove. You've got some money in the bank, and you've got a team working with you. But here's a truth bomb from someone who has been right where you are now. Compared to that startup phase, scaling is so much easier. Except when it isn't. When you believe that you have to know and oversee everything that goes on in your business. When you choose to make it way harder because you're used to working and having your fingers in all the pies. But here's the thing. What got you here to where you're at in life and business right now will not get you there, right? And continuing to do what you've been doing up until now is not going to work if you want to move to the next level. You're literally doing the hardest part over and over and over again. And I don't know about you, but doing the hard stuff over and over, that sounds like you're working harder, not smarter. Am I right? But you already know that, right? I'm going to take an educated guess, and I'm going to say that right now at this very moment, you have too much stuff on your plate. Am I right? So the real question is, how much longer will you fill your day with busy work, micromanaging and fighting fires just to avoid being the leader in your business? Real growth comes when you release. Release the reins, release the tasks, release those preconceived ideas. The key to being able to create your release roadmap is clarity. Forcing yourself to create a defined outcome and a timeline allows you to set specific actions that need to be taken to get results. Plan plus process equals performance. And when you get clear on those results, it is so much easier for you to release those low-value tasks that have been eating up your day, or those high-value tasks like building your email funnels that you're really not that great at anyway. And what happens then is that you're able to get results quicker and easier, and generally that return a higher ROI. But a word of warning here. This part of the growth framework is where I often see business owners slipping back into doing all the things themselves. All those bad habits start to kick in. So let's look at this logically. If you're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, chances are you probably aren't taking an hour for lunch. So that's 40 hours a week. Over a year, that's 2,080 work hours. If you have or want a wage of $150,000 a year, that means your hourly wage is $72.11. But if you are spending 80 to 90% of your time doing the stuff that doesn't make money, like double checking the work your team is doing or uploading products to your website, taking photos, making graphics, not to mention serving customers or answering emails, then how is your business ever expected to become more profitable, more relevant, and to have more impact? Instead, you end up tapped out, frustrated, and stuck in a rut, all because you couldn't embrace release. Every successful retail and e-commerce store owner gets help of some sort. You get it, right? Whether it's writing your newsletter, managing your social media, getting products up on your website or out into the store, a scalable store is not going to happen if you are micromanaging and doing all of the things. The reality is, when you have set your business up to succeed, you're not going to lose customers and sales just because you hand over tasks to somebody else. Look, I'm here to make things as simple as possible for you. And quite frankly, I'm pretty damn good at it. I increased Belinda's profitability by 30% in just 45 days. When I worked with Mickey, we increased her revenue by 27% in just a month. But that doesn't mean it is going to be easy. So right now you have a choice. Are you going to be the type of person that gives up because it was all just too tough? Or are you going to be the type of person that chooses to surround themselves with the right community, the retail experts, and the knowledge and the skills, all of which you'll find inside of my Supercharged Mastermind? You can't do this alone. This is where every moment becomes a choice. Are you going to be the old version of you that got you here to where you are in this moment? Or are you going to choose the new version of you who knows that your success is inevitable? The Supercharged Mastermind gives you a personalized roadmap, an advisory board of experts, as well as the tools, the strategies, and the people that you need to take your business to the next level. Are you going to be the person who steps up and takes the actions that they know that they need to take in order to have the revenue, the profitability, and the business that they want? And if that's you, I'm excited to be able to help you gain the clarity and the confidence that you need to make your business a success and to change your life for good. Now, entry into the Supercharged Mastermind is by application only. We want to make sure that you're the right fit for the mastermind and if the mastermind is the right fit for you. And if it is a great fit, well, I hope you'll come along inside and join us. As you just saw firsthand, I'm lucky enough to have built a business and a culture where my team are empowered to take action without me having to micromanage them. And with those right structures and processes in place, I get my time back. And I love turning up to work every single day. I get to focus on my zone of genius. Therefore, I don't get burnt out. So consider the impact that this way of doing business can make for you. I urge you to remember why you started out in the first place. Reconnect with your team and your customers. To build a store that's about more than selling products. It's a brand that people want to associate themselves with. And most importantly, step into that leadership CEO role that your business needs from you. And do it today. If you're interested in learning more about the Supercharged Mastermind, head to selenaknight.com/supercharge.
So that's a wrap. I'd love to hear what insight you've gotten from this episode and how you're going to put it into action. If you're a social kind of person, follow me at @TheSelenaKnight and make sure to leave a comment and let me know. And if this episode made you think a little bit differently, or gave you some inspiration, or perhaps gave you the kick that you needed to take action, then please take a couple of minutes to leave me a review on your platform of choice. Because the more reviews the show gets, the more independent retail and e-commerce stores just like yours that we can help to scale. And when that happens, it's a win for you, a win for your community, and a win for your customers. I'll see you on the next episode.